What was the previous question, children? Do anybody remember that? Hello? What was the previous question?
Two equal chords of a circle intersect within the circle. Prove that the segment of one chord are equal to corresponding segments of the other chord.
Okay. Okay. Okay, children, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. So we will do the one important theorem in this. I think it is theorem 10.7. See, theorem 7 we finished, right? Theorem 7. Which was the last theorem? Will you tell the number?
Theorem
Turn on
7.
your videos. Yes.
Theorem 7.
Theorem 7. So next one is theorem 8. Okay, don't write. Before that, I have to write this one. Write the topic now. Topic is angle subtended by an arc. Angle subtended. Angle subtended by an arc of a circle. 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 And it is theorem 8. Theorem 8 is very important. Theorem, very important. Theorem 8. Theorem 8. The angle subtended by angle subtended by an arc at the center. Angle subtended by an arc at the center. Arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it. Double the angle subtended by it. Double the angle subtended by it. At any point. At any point on the remaining part of the circle. On the remaining part of the circle. Remaining part of the circle. See, children, turn your videos on, all of you. There is no such a network issue. We are simply telling, we all know. Angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle.
Can you show the slide again?
Yes. Sri Hari, Sri Ram, all those students did not reach today. See what happened is, it is a very important theorem. So, okay children, I want all of them to be attended. Okay, shall I start now? Shall I start now, children?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. the angle subtended by an arc at the center. So children, there is a circle. As you all know, there is a circle and there is an arc. A circle and an arc. I will show that arc with any other color. So this is an arc. Okay. Arc means a piece of circle. Okay, children. And C is the center. Suppose. Don't write. This is just an example. Hello, children. Arc is AB. Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This arc makes an angle at the center. You all know this makes an angle at the center, subtends an angle at the center. You know, you already studied previously, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
At the same time, this arc is making an angle at any point. Suppose it is P. At P. Here also it makes an angle. This arc makes an angle at any point. Okay? Okay, children? There is a connection between these two angles. See, children, if this is 45, this angle will be 90. So what is the connection, children? What is the connection? Did you understand the connection? Hello? Did you understand the connection? Can you listen to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
One angle, on the top, one angle is 45 and the center is 90. What is the connection, children?
45 is the half of 90.
Yes. No, 45 is the half of the 90 and 90 is the double of 45, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If suppose instead of 45, if it is 30, can you find this angle?
No.
Huh?
60.
60. If it is 25, what is this angle?
50.
50. And suppose if it is 100, this angle, what is this on the top?
50.
50. So that is the connection. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. See, children, I'll read it. The theorem tells us like this. The angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the remaining part of the circle. Now, did you understand? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Angle subtended by an arc at the center is double the angle subtended by it at any point on the circle. Okay. And the proof is so important. Okay, children. So let me come to the proof. Okay. So I'm starting the proof. There are 3 cases. Okay, children. There are 3 cases. And when you start proof, you have to write case 1. Only to prove case 1 enough. And we'll write similarly as in case 2 and 3. Okay. So case 1, you start writing. Case 1, arc PQ is a minor arc. This is case 1. Draw the figure also. After finishing, I'll explain. Did you draw a figure?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. Shall I continue then? Shall I start
Yes,
the
ma'am.
proof? Okay, children, now listen. Stop writing and listen to me. Do you know about exterior angle, children? Do you know about exterior angle? There is exterior angle theorem also. Do you know about that? See, children, there is an exterior angle here. This one is an exterior angle, right? Of a triangle. Isn't it, children? This is an exterior angle of a triangle, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, suppose these two angles, 30 and 40. What is that exterior angle? What is that exterior angle, children? What is the measurement of the exterior angle?
Total is equal to 180.
Exterior angles measurement I am asking. Do
Ma'am,
you know?
70.
70. That is, exterior angle is the sum of interior opposite angles. 7th standard, we have studied this. It is known as exterior angle theorem. Clear, children? Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Once more, I'll draw. Once more. You have to tell me the answer. Okay. This angle is 100. And this is 60. What is the other one?
40.
40. That means exterior angle is the sum of interior opposite angles. Okay, children? Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand? So, children, here I can show one exterior angle. This is one triangle. Can you see the red marking now?
Yes.
This is a triangle and this is an exterior angle. Clear, children? Isn't it?
Yes.
That is an exterior angle and it is the sum of this angle which I am marking now with the purple color and this angle. Exterior angle is the sum of these two angles. Okay, children, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Exterior angle is the sum of interior opposite angles. Interior opposite angles. Not the nearby, but nearby angle you won't take. The other two angles. Is it clear now? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, can you tell the exterior angle's name now? What is the name of this angle? Exterior angle. Can you name this angle? Angle? Tell. What is the name of the angle? Name.
BOQ.
BOQ. Okay. So, angle BOQ equal to. What is the name of this angle? This one.
BOQ.
OAQ. Shall I write angle OAQ? Is it okay? Plus angle AQO. AQO. Write this step. Write this step, children. Because an exterior angle of a triangle, because an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Interior opposite angles. Did you write that step, children? Did you write?
Writing.
Okay. Okay. Okay, children. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Now listen, children. Take this triangle, triangle OAQ. Look at this triangle properly. What is this side? This is radius, right? OQ. OQ is radius, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And what about OA?
Also radius.
That also radius. Now look at this triangle OAQ. What type of triangle it is? What type of triangle is this? These two sides are equal. Why? Because it both are radius. So what type of triangle it is? Tell me.
Isosceles.
Isosceles triangle. Very good. That triangle is isosceles. So what can you tell about these two angles? Isosceles triangle, equal angles opposite to angles opposite to equal sides are equal, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
So here, this triangle OAQ, look at that triangle. Triangle OAQ, in this, these two angles, just now we marked, no? These two angles are equal, right? Isn't it, children? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have to write that in triangle OAQ, OA equal to OQ because both are radii of a circle. Radii of a circle. Therefore, angle OAQ is equal to angle AQO. Reason? Angles opposite to equal sides. Angles opposite to equal sides. Equal sides. Okay, children? Now this is the most important part in this theorem. Listen, children. After writing this, you listen to me. After writing this, listen to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, children. Now look at here. It is given that this OAQ and AQ are equal. Look at here. Look at that in the board. OAQ and AQO are equal. So, this OAQ and AQ are equal, right? Isn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, why should we give a special name AQO for that? Huh? This AQO, angle AQO, there is no need of giving the name like that because both are equal, right?
Yes.
Shall I give the same name OAQ because both are equal? Why should we give AQO? because both the angles are same. Both the angles are same. OAQ and OQA are same. So why should we give separate name to it? Shall I give the same name OAQ there?
Yes.
So I am rewriting that angle BOQ equal to angle OAQ plus angle OAQ because both are equal. So you got 2 times angle OAQ, 2 times angle OAQ. Angle BOQ equal to 2 times angle OAQ. That is equation number 1. Equation number 1 because both are same. No need of giving separate names. One name is enough. Clear, children? Most important thing in this theorem. Now look at the figure again. Now children, look at the figure again. See, we have taken this part of the circle, this triangle. Can you see any other triangle there, the same one?
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
see. You can see one more triangle there.
AOP.
And can we use the same theorem there also?
Yes, ma'am.
Same way. So now instead of proving this much, you just write similarly. The similarly. I'll give that word. Just write it. Similarly. No need of giving this much steps. Just write like this. Similarly. Similarly. Instead of BOQ, you give the name as BOP. Okay. Angle BOP, the same. Angle BOP equal to here. Instead of Q, you give it, that is the easy method. OAP. That is equation number 2. BOQ, instead of BOQ, it is P. Instead of Q, it is P. So angle BOP equal to 2 times angle OAP. That is equation number 1 and equation number 2. Now children, next step is I am adding equation number 1 and 2. Let me add equation number 1 and 2. That is left side angle BOQ plus angle BOP equal to 2 times angle OAQ right side plus 2 times angle OAP. And children, this 2 is common in that. So let me take out OAQ plus angle OAP. Okay, let us take out that 2 from both. Okay, children, now look at the figure. See, children, most important part. Another important part from this. Another important part. Look at the figure. See, children. BOP. BOP means this angle, BOP. And BOQ means this angle when I joined these two. When I joined these two angles, we got a big angle, right?
Yes.
What is the name of that angle? When I joined these small angles, we got a big angle. What is the name of that angle? Big angle. Can you name this angle, children?
BPQ. PBQ.
P
BQ.
P
BQ.
BQ.
B is here, right? Not need of B.
POQ.
Angle POQ, right? So when you joined, you got that angle. Similarly, when you joined these two angles, we got another angle. What is the name of that angle, children? When you joined these two angles?
PAQ.
PAQ, correct. That is our theorem. That is our theorem. Did you understand? When you joined both, we got the same one. That is BOQ plus BOP. When we add, we will get angle POQ. Okay. This is angle POQ equal to 2 times angle PAQ. 2 times angle PAQ. Angle POQ equal to 2 times angle PAQ. Clear, children? So this is our theorem. So start the theorem. Starting of the theorem, we are using exterior angle. I will teach you once again. See, children? Actually, starting our theorem, we used exterior angle for one triangle. So we wrote that exterior angle. Later, second step, you identified that it is an isosceles triangle. So now you are writing OAQ and OAQO. Give a same name to both. Both angles are same. So we got the name as OAQ itself. So when you substitute that OAQ, you will get 2 times angle OAQ. That is equation number 1. Similarly, left side triangle will do the same trick. So we'll get 2 times angle OAP. And when you add both these, you will get the result. Is it clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? So our proof did not get over. So there is some more. Similarly, in case 2, when PQ is a case 2, when PQ is a semicircle and case 3, when PQ is a major arc, angle POQ equal to 2 times angle PAQ. It is a very important theorem. Very important. So study well. Write and learn. Okay, children, shall I raise the board now? Did you understand? Did you understand, children? Respond.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Okay. So study well. Study well. This theorem is very important. Children, just now I sent some notes to you. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Quadrilateral, the remaining problems. Write it, note down it, copy it, and if you have any doubt, you ask me in the next class. Okay, children. Now, some more small and but important theorems are there, but there is no proof. Okay, children, there is no proof. This is theorem 10.8, and next one is theorem 9. Theorem 9. This is theorem 8, and next one is theorem 9. It is angles in a same segment of a circle are equal. Angles in the same segment. Angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Okay, children, this is like this. See. Hello, listen to me. See, children, there is an arc PQ. Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
This arc PQ makes an angle here. Okay. Segment. This another segment. Okay. And if it is 30 degree, this PQ makes an angle here also. That is also 30 degree. Wherever in that segment we make an angle, arc PQ, it is 30 degree itself. See, children, I can draw a lot of angles. Lot of angles. Can you see? Wherever I draw, but PQ should be the base. Did you understand, children?
Yes, ma'am.
P and Q. From P and Q, if I make an angle elsewhere, anywhere, I'll get the same angle itself, 30, 30, 30, like that. Clear, children? There is another space here. If I make here, there that also will be 30. Did you understand? Did you understand, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I draw it once again? So, there is a circle. There is an arc or chord. Both are correct. Arc, PQ. If this arc make an angle here, if it is 45 degree, the same arc make an angle here also. What will be that?
45.
45. Everywhere it will be 45. 45. And here also 45. Here also 45. That is. Did you understand? So what is that theorem 9? What is that theorem 9? Angle in a
Same segment of
segment
a
of a circle are equal. Then theorem 10 is there. Theorem 10, very important one. One second. You just draw it as a, just draw it. PQ. Like this. You will understand, right? Just draw. Okay, children, shall I proceed to theorem 9? Sorry, theorem 10?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So theorem 10. Theorem 10. Theorem 10. It's a very important one. Angle in a semicircle is a right angle. 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 See children, I will explain how it will come like this. See, we have a circle and let me draw a diameter. What is the each segment called? Each segment, what is the name of each segment, children? When we draw a diameter divides a circle into two, what? Two. Diameter divides the circle into
2.
two.
Radius.
What is the name of semicircle? Okay, children. Do you know what is the angle here?
180.
180, yes, children. Okay. Let me draw an angle here. Can you guess? What is the angle? This angle. Just now we studied a theorem.
Ma'am, 90.
90, how did you get it?
Ma'am, half.
Half.
180.
Very good, children. So what does it mean? Angle in a semicircle is a? Angle in a semicircle is a?
Right.
Right angle. Let me draw here also. What is that angle, children?
90 degree.
Here we are studying two theorems. In this we are applying because angle in the same segment are equal. One theorem. And angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Same
ma'am.
segment of the circle are equal, right? So what is this one?
90.
90. All are same because angle in a same segment are equal and angle in a semicircle is 90 degree. Half of it. Clear? Okay, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Shall I erase now?
Yes, ma'am.
Jerlin? Ashik Joshi?
Yes, ma'am.
Jesslyn, after a long time you came to the class? Okay, children, let me wind up the class. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very much. One more period is there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Uh,